Y'all don't boost my ego. Y'all make me feel like I knew what I was doing. I got me my first client. I'm a professional makeup artist. Just joking. First, we're gonna start off with, I wanna clean your face. Have you put anything on your face since you came? Do you have sensitive skin? Did y'all catch that tea with me asking all the background skincare questions? First step, what you guys see me doing is I'm going ahead and cleaning off her face, making sure I got anything that she probably had on the day before, probably earlier that day, off of her face. And then I wanted to go ahead and make sure I give her the luxe experience. So I added on some eye patches while I went ahead and prepped the rest of her face. What the eye patches will do is going to take away any deep puffiness. And it's also going to make it a smooth canvas for when I start doing her concealer. I want to make sure I put on moisturizer before I do any primer or foundation. Please make sure you you rub in that moisturizer, making sure it's seeping into her skin. Make sure it's like a massage. And that's what I kind of want to give this client or my cousin before I started doing anything serious. Now it's time for my nemesis, y'all. Y'all see, I have a hard time with my own eyebrows. I was scared to do her eyebrows. And then her eyebrows are kind of like mine. So they're light and then they're short. So I'm trying to create an eyebrow shape as well as trying to make sure it's bold and you can see it but not too dark. Ooh, child. This took a little minute. And I still don't feel like I perfected it the way I wanted it to look. But I had to use what I got to get what I want. Now I'm going in with the concealer to go ahead and give it a better shape. This concealer that she brought is super light, but it's okay because what it's going to do is I'm going to drag it down and then I'm going to go ahead and use it as a base for her eyeshadow. So I'm just right now just shaping it how I want it to be shaped, making sure I'm getting it arched like I want it to and just pulling that concealer down. So as you guys can see, I'm pulling the product off of my hand and then onto her face. I never do the product directly from the bottle or anything because what it's going to do is while it's on my hand, it's warming up the product. That gives it a better application, in my opinion, I guess. But who am I? I'm not a makeup artist. I'm still on those brows, child, trying for my life to perfect them, and it just won't work. I think I might just need to take a brow class. So now I'm going to go ahead and take the eye patches off of her and replace them with some sticky tape. I go ahead and add the tape onto the creases of her eyes so I can have a sharp eyeshadow look. So I have my Morphe palette and I want to try to find a base eyeshadow that's closest to her skin tone so I can go ahead and start building. So I'm going to start from the crease of where I just put that tape and start doing a windshield wiper movement across her eyes. This step is not as easy as the makeup artists make it look. I kept fumbling, getting stuck within her eyelid. Like, girl, what is going on? They make it look so easy. I'm not sure if I was using the wrong brush or if it was just, I just didn't have a flow yet. But I was kind of doing my little thing, started at the crease. Right here, it doesn't look like much, but I just wanted to blend in with her skin. I told you guys I was finding a shade that's closest to her skin so that I can start adding on. At this point, you guys see me, I'm doing like a little smoky effect on the lash line with a little darker brown, but still not too much. I ain't gonna lie, I think I was a bit scared to be dramatic on her eyes, but if I would have just let my creative juices flow, I could have really did some things with her eyes, but scared money don't make money, right? Girl, what I'm talking about, I ain't getting paid for this. So y'all gonna see me rub this foundation in and be like, what the freak is this? Girl, what color are you? Why do you got this foundation that's way too bright? So now I have to go in and mix some concoctions with my foundation to probably like even it out. So I used a little dark little foundation and mixed it together to kind of give a color that matched more with her skin tone. So I'm just going in with the foundation, making sure I rubbed it in first and then tried to buff it out with the brush. Then I don't know what I was doing here with this darn small blush brush. I don't know, girl. Now you see me going in with the concealer, trying to give her a little bright under eye. And I'm actually going to place this concealer around her face. As you see, these are my concealer checkpoints. On the bridge of the nose, I was rubbing in the concealer stick in a darker color. I've seen this technique on Instagram and I wanted to try to see if I can use this same technique. I don't know if I'll be using this one again. But then I'm going in and buffing out up under the eyes, which, girl, why did I do this? Because I never start under the eyes first. When you're doing makeup, you want to always start at the chin, go up to the forehead, go to the bridge of the nose, and make your eyes be the last step, especially if you like a bright under eye like me. What you just see me just do, I'm going in now with the bronzing stick. Again, some of these products I feel like are too bright for her. We might need to go makeup shopping next, baby. So now I'm just trying to contour her face and some rubbing bronzer in places that I would usually contour. And then I'm going to go in and buff out where I put the concealer. On this part, I'm using a damp beauty blender because, one, I like using a damp beauty blender because it also helps if you put too much product on. And on the forehead, once I see that the foundation, I'm sorry, not the foundation, once I see that the concealer was a bit light and making everything illuminated, I wanted to go ahead and buff and take off some of that product. That's a tip for when you're doing makeup. Use a damp beauty blender. Damp beauty blender will soak up product. Now we're just buffing out up under the eyes, making sure we get rid of any harsh lines, making sure we're blending everything correctly up under the eyes because we don't want any creasing. So here I am with my bigger beauty blender, damped I should say, and I'm just going ahead and blending in or buffing out the contouring line that I made so I can go ahead, I should say bronzing line, because some people say contouring, some people say bronzing. For me, it's more of a bronzer. So I'm going ahead and blending that in, buffing it out, trying to make it melt as seamlessly as possible. You don't want any harsh lines when you're having your makeup done. Now here's everyone's favorite step, baking. So I'm just going ahead and adding some setting powder up under her eyes. Like I told you guys before, I am a sucker for a bright under eye. So I just went ahead and added some powder up under her eye. Dust off any excess powder into my hand. So that's what you see I'm holding. And I just go ahead and step back to make sure I like what I'm seeing. While I'm letting her bake, I'll go in with the powder blush now. Earlier you guys see me do the liquid blush when I had that small little teeter-tatter brush I had in my hand. Right now I'm going in with the powder blush to give it more pigment. So you see right now I cover up the line from any powder or anything with the blush and try to get it to blend in. So that's what makeup is all about, blending. Now at this part, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little nervous because I love the bright eye, but I don't know if it's for everybody. So let me go ahead and with some setting spray and go ahead so we can melt that powder all in. We did the powder blush, we did the powder baking up under the eyes. Let's go ahead and blend that in with some setting spray. So if we did liquid blush and we did liquid bronzer, guess what? We have to do powder blush and powder bronzer. So I'm going ahead with the powder bronzer that I'm putting in her skin. And that seems to tone down a lot of the brightness that was on her before, which I love the look it's going for now. It's giving a very sultry, warm feel. Of course, you still got that bright under eye because it wouldn't be me if I didn't have the bright under eye and the bright blush. But hey, who am I? And like I told you guys before, when I'm using the sponge, that is to soak up any product. So I went ahead, because I got a little nervous, I told you guys before, let me kind of clean up some of the under eye, because I don't want to scare her once she sees the bright under eye. I want it to all come together and have a bright under eye but a very warm outer layer. So then I went ahead and got my favorite, baby, the Patrick Ta dazzling eye sparkle that I have. So I went ahead, just put my finger into there and just dabbed it on her eyelid, and it gave it such a glow, because I told you guys I felt like I did not do enough on her eyeshadow. So I was like, let me go ahead and add a little bit of glamour so we can give it some personality. And this is my favorite part. I love doing eyes. I love to make the eyes look bold. So I'm going on her waterline with a dark black eyeliner pencil and just go ahead and creating a bold line. I don't want to smudge it. I just want it to be a dark, bold line that you can see the definition of her eye shape. So I went ahead and let her take a phone call, so to give me an opportunity to step back and see what progress I have done so far, see where I want to change anything, where I want to tweak anything, where I want to add anything. And to me, I was looking pretty good at this point. It was giving very sultry to me, and I feel like she was feeling herself a little bit, because hey, I have here a liquid eyeliner that I'm going to go ahead and top off her top lash line with. I want to put it across the entire lash line and create a little wing effect. I'm not gonna lie, my wing could have been a little more dramatic and more thicker, but again, this was my first time and I didn't want to scare her with doing things that I'm more comfortable doing, so I just wanted to keep it very simple, very subtle. But next go around, I'm definitely doing what I like and doing the things I do, because I feel like I could have had such better results, but I still feel like this was giving such a look. Are we getting a happy dance? Do you think she's feeling herself? Do you think she thinks she's cute? Oh, she's clocking it. She has to think she's that girl. Pose, Vogue, girl, do it all, because you are that girl. Now at this part, girl, who you think you fooling? She has no lash line or no bottom lashes like I. Neither do I have any bottom lashes. So I thought I can do a little twiggy look when it has the more dramatic effect. But girl, we was not working with nothing. So I just went ahead and added a little mascara to see if we can bold it up. And now we are on to the lips, baby. Let's go ahead and get those lips lined up with what? Chestnut. I could have went a little lighter on her because she's not as dark as myself, but I wanted to give that natural look because she's not a lipstick girly. So I went ahead with a chestnut, lined her lips up, and you're gonna see me making sure I double line and triple line and quadruple line those lips, because I want to make sure that the lip line is heavy, baby. One thing I did want to let you guys know, I feel like when everyone's watching these makeup tutorials, you see just a sped up version of it. You don't see the time that we take into over layering and making sure that the product comes out right. So in this video, I did want to make sure I showed just how long it can take to just do a lip combo, or just to do just the lip liner. So I didn't want to just rush through it and let you guys see just me see the final product of it. I wanted you guys to see how long it can take to get that blush to blend in, how long it can take to get that eyeshadow to go, how long it can take to get that lip liner to show up on the lips and give you the look that you're desiring. So yes, that's why you keep seeing me over and over again touch up on those lips, because it's not just a one-time thing. And that's where people mess up with makeup, because they don't want to take their time and they think that it's super fast. Here I am with some baby pink. I wanted to do it super simple, light, because I told you before, she is not a lipstick girly. She does not really like lip combos. So I just wanted to do it really simple and natural. So I put a little baby pink on her lips, made sure I blended in with the brown lip liner, and it's going to give it that natural look. So I'm just trying to give her the natural glossy look. So you see me, going to have her go ahead and press her lips together, blend it in, and then we can coat it off with some gloss. Now you see me going in with the fixing spray. I want to make sure I'm getting her makeup to last all day, baby. And because it gives a bit of a shine or a shine back, kickback, whatever you want to call it, I went ahead with the fan to help it dry up a little faster. We're almost to the end. What do you guys think so far for your girl's first time? And now you just see me running my mouth telling her all the products I use and what they should be doing and how they should be when she goes home and how to wipe it off. So that's just me giving her a little tutorial of how to take care of her makeup throughout the day and how to take it off. And again, I was a little nervous because it's my first time, so you know I'm going to be super critical of my own work. So I wanted to make sure I'm blending in. I'm making sure she doesn't have any harsh lines. I'm making sure that her under eye is not too bright. But to me, if I had to judge my first time doing someone else's makeup, girl, I did my thing. And like most of the time when people are doing makeup, you see some of her products were super light and I felt like I was going to be like not able to use them. But look how much her makeup blended in with her neck. Baby, tell me I ain't a makeup artist. While we're coming to the end, I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Please put in the comments what you guys think I can work on. How do you guys think I did? I want your feedback because I want to know, should I continue on with this? And I will see you guys on the next video. Love you.